I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot of Ciroc. Girl, you left my stomach in a knot. Took my lighter and you burned the bridge. Thought you was a writer, no, you're just an idol. You got me feeling like Big Sean in this 5, 4, 3, 2. I deserve a minute, wait a minute. Gotta get up and over, regain my composure. No longer my lover, finally finished and you did it. Girl, you really showed me, think with your heart, don't think with your body, clever. Sorry not sorry, sorry not Justin Timberlake, write me a river. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. You tried to convince me it was all in my head, and I felt like it's not you, it's me instead. I wanted to rock with you, roll with you. Said you was my baby girl, then you left me too. Everything was kosher, perfect like a poster. Then I got word that you wanna leave a picture. Off with somebody else, off with the jerk. Shame on me, I really thought that it could work. Off with somebody else, off with the loser. Shame on me, I really thought we had a... Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead.
Check. We are here. And we are here to just take the lights out or knock you out. But we're going to just knock some common sense in on you too. And I just want to say special thanks to Real Entertainment Network for having us here. And we are the topics, me alongside Alan Powell. And we are rolling tonight. Lights out.
No, I don't
Keeps
feel
it.
like you do. I don't feel like you do a good job. And you see who the first greetings coming from. I don't know. I feel like you need to continue. You ain't got nothing to tell right now.
I want to wish you a happy belated birthday,
Okay,
Auntie.
okay. All right. No, you sound good. No, you
I
sound
was
good.
It's only today I realized I missed your birthday yesterday. And usually the type of person does make sure dials me up for my birthday and all that type of stuff. So I apologize about yesterday, but at least you're alive today to appreciate get my appreciation today. You know?
I feel you.
Because remember, I mean like shit. I was busy for the past couple of days, and I mean I try jump in the chat every as much as we can, but we don't follow up, just to let everybody know, hey, I'm here, I'm alive. So once again, Auntie, happy belated birthday. I hope you get what you want. I hope you get what you need. You know what I mean? Me don't need to know all of that, but I hope you get it.
Well, I see some eating was going on. So I know eat down the place, been all over, and everything will be eat the show you going on.
Mm.
Good night to everybody. Went to work this weekend. Nearly reached by fish. I mean, he had fresh girls. And I was in the area. I went Masharama. See the DJ Woodis in his CCM jacket. And me had on my CCM shirt too. Me had on me CCM shirt and me labor. Me had on my government clothes. You check? I had on all the party then were empowerment. I had on the orange and then thing there. It wasn't
Me
them
thought that's
kind
the
of
same.
settings.
Me thought that's the same suit they were only supposed to wear around election time.
No, Mr. CCM is all the time. And it's the big blue machine. What you talking about? What you talking about, boy?
You sing for your
Um,
blocks.
Small thing to get off the top. Let me see what's going on. Yeah? Oh yeah, I was send a message. Maybe Ira is gonna be able to play it later on. But it is something from the Friends of Nevis. It's a $20 raffle. The grand prize is a Culture Armor 50 package with a return airline ticket and a ticket for each senior contestant show. So I wanna believe that's like the Queen Shine and all of them kind of story there. For $20. There is a Jad Cash and all this thing as I'm saying. Maybe somebody gonna put a link in the comments or something and I could see what's going on with that. But yeah, culture
But
armor 50.
Alan,
We gonna get some culture armor 50 talk to. Talk to me.
but Alan, stick up in.
Hmm
What color your hoodie be?
It is like a kind of baby blue kind of circumstance going on.
So because your Marco had already, you decide to put on baby blue like me now?
Listen, you see, here where you need to understand about life, right? Me no know nothing but what Marco been a deal with, you know? It's just energy what cause these things to happen. I been to tell somebody you don't got time when more than two people, like all I be going somewhere and nobody had no discussion about what the color be, but all I be end up reach with a particular color. Something me just happen to because I saw the energy of
Yeah,
flow.
bro. That that happened to me a couple 2 weeks ago. I went to perform at a hall party. That it was a rewind party, and so I was up and down looking for them vests, the netted
Mm-hmm.
vests. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
somehow they ain't got the ice green and gold. They only got the Jamaican colored one. So I was like, it's a Jamaican party me apply for anyway. So let me just put it on. When I got there, like me, the selector have it on, the next man have it on, couple women have it on. So it look like all I become, you know what I mean, prepared for
With
this
that
thing, you
in
know?
mind. You understand? But it's just how the thing end up to be. Because I remember, as I tell you, it's really a blue shot I had on. But
Mm,
when the cold start to bite now, you got to do what you got to do.
for
So that's
sure.
how you end up where you end up. Yeah. Ira say he got the video ready to go, So Ira, if you want to play the video, whenever you go play the
And
video,
we
it's just a
rolling.
15 seconds, and we go get in that.
And we
Um,
rolling.
but uh, Aaron, I nothing if you embarrass me neither.
Something good
Listen,
gonna
Sam.
happen in this year, and I am grateful that I made it
And this ain't the
here.
foundation
Yesterday's
to
gone, and a new day has
when it goes
appeared.
$20 could get you all of that. I must say it must seem like how I must put this. No, I can't put it so. Because I wanted to say it must seem like it targeted to people in the diaspora. But if you're a local man and you win it, you could fly something too. So you go think about them things. Yeah, flying and the books don't set. So don't bother be discouraged if you're a local man and feel like you can't enter the competition. You could turn it around for yourself. You're not how be creative.
Alan,
Mm.
for real. But let me talk about earlier today, right? Earlier today, everybody was in shock,
With regards to.
with regards to Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, the blip. Yeah, yeah. I definitely. I thought I was being hacked.
And the question is, right? You know what I mean? I I want to know when we end up in this predicament, right? How people does come out of them predicament, then who does really claim said they don't get hacked. You know, like last year when they had the Mango Fest, you know what I mean? Fair and shut
But
down the account and all the type of stuff there.
man, that was terrifying. Could you imagine your first major event, man? And this is the time when you get hacked magic. I'm telling you. But at least this year for the big 50. Ain't going to all them things
For
there.
sure.
Bye. Would you like to deal with Culturama now? Do you have any? Have you seen the updated d- do you see the updated lineups?
I've seen a few of the updated lineups. It's like more same old, but they just switch couple days where we know normally have Calypso on a Saturday and they switch it to Friday, I think.
Man, I think them man been even more Calypso from Saturday too. But it is the Friday night. You have any thoughts overall? Also Tropics is in the Culturama.
Tropics is in also in the Culturama. Wow, that's huge.
Oh, you didn't see that?
I saw the date, right? But just paying the money, right? Like what? Okay, July the 27th. And like, okay. No, yes, so
That's
no, you
the
just click.
that's the first Saturday.
And when it's 4 in 1, for everyone.
For everyone is pre-event. For everyone gonna be like 2 weeks before or something like that.
Okay. Wow. I mean, that's a huge impact in terms of that's a huge injection for Culturama too, eh?
I feel like it is important that promoters understand that if you keep an event, um, the government gonna try to grab on it. I don't see it in various ways. So there is also a way. It's kind of like your hustle is being recognized in a sense, really and truly.
Yeah.
Cause you keeping an event so big that them man decide, by it makes sense. We just endorse this thing. Remember that time family
Mm-hmm.
been keep during like what Ginger Rama or something like that.
Yeah.
So it will
I
yeah,
play for it. I play for it.
yeah, yeah.
That shit
Let me tell
that
you,
shit was huge.
that's what I'm saying. So like you keeping your event throughout the year, sometimes things could fall in your favor, and well, I feel like that day will be big regardless. I realized when it been come out initially, I didn't see a date or nothing. But I guess them man been a hold back or try figure out the situation. But that's the vibes now. Um I feel like I like the variety in terms of like when they got the awards, they also got the headphones party. So it ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
just be like a high society setting and that's all. What they think you could go cool out too.
Mm-hmm.
Um I have settled on the fact that Culturama is gonna be good, but it's not. I'm not necessarily judging by the standard of the performances. I feel like the nostalgia, hopefully, if a lot of people coming back by some Redskin gonna come back or Culturama. I feel like that's what gonna be the sweetness of Culturama.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hopefully, they might organize it. They say they got some special things that what they wanna do. I hope that come out for them, whatever. Um, People still got certain issues. Um, I see people gonna say if you just look at the investment into Malcolm Gishard Park, ain't a gonna
Yeah.
reason why homecoming and ain't a gonna reason why it should get Hobart's Beach and feel when you got Malcolm Gishard Park. When you look at the investment, that's it. But outside of that, Everything alright. Um, by Jason, I want to read from a little article. You ever hear about gaslighting? You ever heard
In
of the
terms of
term
gaslighting
gas?
somebody,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So I've been want to read from it, right? Because I've been hear about it, but I wasn't really sure why baby. But when I read about it, Jason, it made me think about certain people, certain politicians. So I've been feel like maybe I want to read about some gaslighting. It is a type of emotional and psychological abuse, meaning that it is a non physical abuse in which the perpetrator intends to frighten, isolate, or control another person. Simply put, gaslighting is when the perpetrator constantly and dishonestly disputes your own accounts of your experiences, causing a growing sense of self doubt and isolation.
yeah.
When you experience it, you can't exactly put your finger upon what happening. You know what I mean? You're like that is just something. You know them kind of ways there.
Yeah.
Me just see that there. Me just, cause let me tell you, me and Marco had an experience like a that day Saturday. You know, yeah, some clothes been come off, and I've been wanting to know if the clothes come off for us. Was we supposed to be watching that the clothes are off? You know them kind of ways there.
Well, see the selfie want me show you?
Was better than that.
Lord of mercy.
Okay. The term originated in the 1940s. A charming man marries a woman and he then deliberately and systematically sets out to convince her that she's insane. Because he wanna get your money. And it's only true she met an investigator. But I am telling crazy and she end up catch back what going on. But this is gaslighting. Um the types of gaslighting. This is the last part of it. Yeah, no, yeah. The number one tactic in gaslighting is outright lies. I mean, not even really could have find this in the personal. What I've been I think about. But the purpose of lying is to hide bad behavior from a partner. The lies sow deep feelings of mistrust and doubt in the relationship. What people often find baffling is the boldness, ease, and frequency of the lies told by some gaslighters. Someone who gaslights you should be judged solely by their actions because what they say is often untrue. So keep that in mind if you come across a gaslighter. It no matter what them say. Judge them by what they do. Manipulation of reality. When someone constantly denies your experiences or perceptions, you start to question what and how you remember something. You start to doubt your judgment as well as your memory of events or what you said. Over time, this erodes your self esteem and ultimately your mental well being. Um, when certain people tell you, man, everything good, what be you talk about? What be your experience? No. As me tell you, these are just things to keep in mind. But Jason, you're gonna love that one. Yeah. I know you're gonna be familiar with that one. Yeah. Scapegoating. Scapegoating is assigning blame to someone else. And by doing this, taking responsibility and attention away from oneself. Usually, it is to justify bad behaviors. This is done through nitpicking and criticizing the other. The result is the accused scapegoat takes responsibility for things that aren't their fault, and the abuser feels their actions are justified and their bad behaviors are thereby exonerated. Okay, the last one, yeah. I've been taught the last one you would not apply, but you can come in. Coercion. Coercion is a spectrum of behaviors. It ranges from convincing someone by using charm or seeming to be very caring. It can also be exerting pressure or being emotionally and verbally manipulative in order to get one's way. Often the gaslighter uses something important or close to your heart as ammunition. All right. Um, I just want to tell you a little bit about gaslighting and not call nobody name. But as I said, when I was reading about it, somehow a man come in my mind. Like, you know what I mean? And by a man, I mean mankind, an individual, a body.
A body.
Mm. Um, me say Jota, Beyond was back at the press conference. Are you happy that Beyond is back at the press conference?
Yeah.
Yeah, the premier said that he missed Beyond. That was nice. Um,
Because the views going up now.
yeah. Okay. 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 So the next thing we want to talk about is the IMF report. And
Yeah.
one of the things what we want people keep in mind about the IMF report is the government is recommendations them again. So it's like suggestion. It's like when me tell somebody, I feel like you should go yava eat something. You know got to do it. Huh? But if you go somewhere else go eat the thing and your belly start to hurt you, that's not my problem. Cause me not send you there. So the IMF only making suggestions. I only saying that part there about if you go somewhere else and your belly hurt you because it's the same way with the IMF. If you don't do the suggestion and things don't work out for you, the next time they ain't gonna give you no suggestion, ain't gonna be no
Yeah.
recommendation. They're gonna let you know this is what you have to do. Um, First thing they say, well, okay, all through the report, they are saying that the CBI is under threat. All this revenue we get in CBI, they do not feel like it is sustainable. And they feel like we need to pivot away from the CBI and into geothermal energy. With regards to the geothermal energy, I saw article after article of the money being approved in December 2022. And then the premier ended up backtracking and saying that he needed a signature from Sinkits. And we got the signature in December of 2023. Bearing in mind, after the first signature articles were saying that the drilling was supposed to start in June of 2023. We got $17 million, and the project gonna cost $150 million, according to the IMF. Jason, should Nevis people and in particular the premier be upset that we primary focus right now is not geothermal energy?
Based on where you started with the IMF making the suggestions, I feel like IMF. I tell the people. I tell SKN right now, borrow the money from me because me more sustainable.
It's not really that. What happens is they come in, and because you sign up to this council or whatever, they got to do a report every, because they're collecting statistics and them are print them thing and all this thing. So as me say, well, I think if you have money from them as well, that's where the suggestions come in. But it's not nothing like them I say borrow it from me necessarily that or not. Them just basically I tell you, this is what got to happen. This is what need to happen.
Yeah, go back in debt.
No. But you still a run from the question, and me gonna tell you, I feel like the primary objective and primary focus of Singits and Nevis right now need to be
I was
geothermal
getting to
energy.
that, you know.
We got
I
it.
was getting to that, you know. But
Oh,
in the
me hit
first,
you with the headline.
remember you said that, right? So I only was just clarifying what you're saying the first part, where you said IMF make a suggestion. So it's like you telling me not to deal with Bitcoin, you know what I mean, but deal with the bank. But your taxes them higher. You want to keep a track of everything what me do too. After we look next year, interest go up again. We look, you file a report for me, expose me at the same time.
No, but
Anyways,
watch out. I didn't even get into any of them kind of things. All I tell you is the IMF does not feel that the funds were coming in from the CBI are gonna be there. Them are basically saying in 5 years' time, the number where you're looking at, that ain't gonna be the number. You're gonna be looking at a percentage of that number.
okay.
CBI only. And then I got nothing to do with where as I tell you, who borrow the money from.
But you just how me feel how they say it, you know what I mean? Because remember, you're looking from these people, you know, so you take money from them. So like me always see certain things as an angle. So what's the angle here? What's the catch here? You know?
Okay, let me put it to you in a more simple term. The IMF is like an accountant or a bank. And them come in and they watch your money, and then basically I tell you, Jason, you the money where you're making off of DJing this year, you're making 50% of your money off of doing gigs in Alberta. Next year, based on this restriction one coming in, we see your percentage where you're gonna be getting from there ain't gonna be that 50% there. So we feel like you need to book more gigs in Ontario. That are basically pan a smaller level where be them a
Smaller
try say.
scale, yeah.
Yeah. And that me tell you, within that, them now say you got to borrow from them or
Yeah,
nothing. Them just tell you,
yeah.
in order to make up for the shortfall there, you might want to book some gigs this another place. Ah, you might want to
Yeah,
diversify how you do your thing.
but 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 guess what? The option could be it could get option like this. Well, I could get you some gigs in Ontario too, you know. So it's up to you. As you say, you might tell me about the food, yeah, some, but me not tell you go eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I just not see nothing nefarious in that. I don't see the angle where be working pandit.
No, because
And you
remember,
and
they could tell
and
you,
you see,
they could tell
yeah,
you,
but okay,
they
okay.
could give you suggestions.
Lewis, Lewis, skip that. Tell me about the geothermal. Tell me about that aspect there. Tell me about that
I
part.
think the fact that he in the primary, I think the fact that he in the primary topic right now, because I can't do what he said. Certain papers ain't being signed and all that type of stuff. I can't do what he said.
No, one has been signed. I think right now what the
Hmm.
hold up is that I see he said they took the Saudis up there. They took the Americans up there too, and they didn't give them any money. They give them money over a fourth child. And man saying, no, I'll be on pass on that one day.
What 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 I feel like is based on who you say been there, the waiting to see who's gonna fund some money and take over some sort of capacity at the job, the project.
Yeah, abs- but this way me I tell you all the time. Jason, where the government gonna find $400 from right now? Just to take up.
Saudi Arabia.
Eh,
You know, see the Indian man they had Rihanna for a wedding.
I am not sure nothing about Rihanna wedding.
The
Me
man,
no, me no know.
the man fetching charter Rihanna like a whole concert, you know, for his wedding reception.
Yeah, they got money.
But I'm just
I
saying, I'm just using
still
that as an example. Like 400 million ain't no money for them Saudis, bro.
you know what is amazing though? Can me and you skeptical on two different levels. So
Hmm.
here how it is now. You wanna be skeptical on something one, me not really, as I tell you on the front end, me not worry about that. With the Saudi thing now, my thing about the Saudis is the premier said that they are very interested in seeing us be a green country. Saudi Arabia, we're talking about OPEC. We're talking about a oil giant. But all of a sudden, Saudi Arabia want to see how we be a green country? What's the catch? You understand? So that will make me tell you, where you just say, but yeah, they got the money. $132 million is still a considerable investment, my boy, to just throw away. I mean, they buy a World Cup, but they're gonna give them something what they need. I'm not sure if giving us geothermal is gonna be something that they need. I
But
don't.
I think one of the mix up is I feel like we country like on a whole need to choose a side because everybody do choose a side, and you can't be on both sides handing out your hands. You can't be extending your hand on the left and on the right. You gotta make up your mind. If you're the on the right, you step on the right. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that is where the conflict come in because you can't be a deal with US and still a deal with the Saudis. No, no.
But
You could deal
but
with
this
this. You could deal with the Saudis and deal with Russia. You could deal with Saudis and deal with China, but you can't deal with Saudis and deal with Taiwan.
but the Saudis will deal with US.
Yeah, but on a different scale, bro. Russia don't deal with US on a different scale too. All out of space. But guess what? You got certain things they don't. they don't try to get involved with, because guess what? Like our Caribbean islands are smaller phase. You check it out, get involved with the big things there. And so we look on them and like, yo, me no want the water there in here, you know. Me no want the battle, me no want the Nelson Spring in here, you know. Get he out of that there. You check it out, he not gonna call you. Let me deal with him. It's like do as I say, not as I do.
I'm not saying that, suggesting that they're best of friends, you know, but America does deal with Saudi Arabia. You know the reason why the American dollar had end up to be the what did I call it? The reserve currency is because when you're buying oil from Saudi Arabia, it had to be in US dollars.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they good. America and Iran, different story. But Saudi Arabia, they good.
Bro, it's business. It's business
But
because it's same thing with Russia and all of them. But guess what? Everybody got a cold war going on.
okay. The IMF also suggests that the government start to cut. He said the dividend story. You know how the Dr. Joe said that he gonna be giving dividends.
Yes.
They say that is not a good idea. They say double salary is not a good idea. They suggest that they cut the wage bill, which means they must say that they got too much civil servants. Well, that could also mean that they also saying he got too much of people from PEP. So I don't really know how to interpret that. I also hear that how much of people
I mean, he got too much of people carry the same position too, bro. That's
mhm.
all what it is, you know.
um no, they say rather than pursue these things, that the government should pursue targeted social programs and capital infrastructure. You remember last year when I've been asked if anybody ever consider the money we be have done spend on double salary and do this and do that. Suppose I have been buy things. I suppose I have been investing in technology. Suppose I have been investing in teaching or something or the other. You remember I've been asking that question there?
Yep.
Well, the IMF is suggesting that that is what we should do, so that there is a wider, the impact is wider than just on one segment of society. I even just rather than giving people money. The man has say make people more
Hmm.
skillful, improve the improve the hospitals, so that the premier. Cause we were talking last week, um, and yes, I said the premier ain't got he can't see no 30-year plan from the premier. And me tell you, son, if you don't realize, the premier plan a 30-year plan. You know, see how long the hospital have to take done? A 30-year hospital that they have to be. By the time the hospital done, the hospital gonna be like an old hospital.
By the time the ring done, he go and repair the rest.
You check? But as I said, the IMF suggested that rather than do those things, and these are the reason Mr. suggest, because now that me tell I this, I could look and I could see whether the government is going to continue with the dividends and continue with the double salary and all them thing there. If they're gonna try a more targeted approach and try to emphasize infrastructure more. Um, Basically, the government And you know what this make me think about too? You know why no government should try to do what Timothy Harris do? By doing double salary every year? Timothy Harris, you gotta remember, like the premier had to go like press conferences and so like be a press conference explaining himself as to why. How could I allow a man with one seat? How I could allow a man with the least amount of seat be the prime minister? You understand? So he was in a kind of tenuous position. He had to do all kind of things just to make people like it. If you in and you really in, I don't really see how you could do it all the time. You can't run government like every year election. You know. Tim had to do that day. Tim been a bill and party, yeah? So he had to do that day, in my estimation. Um boy, sink its people. They also said that they suggest sink its take off the subsidies off of electricity. So sink it's about to start to pay bill like a hobby, if that is the case. And also if these things happen, I better believe Labour is a one-term government. Oh yeah, and the mango books gonna be stronger when the electricity price go up too. They said that we need to create a more transparent and progressive tax system. They say we need to upgrade the value of land to the market value. Apparently, they're saying like when you do your land tax, them undervalue your land so that you're paying a little less. And man say all of that is stupidness. So I would look for in the near future something to change with regards to that. You just prepare for the money way behind upcoming. Um Elimination of corporate income tax concessions and income tax holidays. I feel like that I got to do with like Four Seasons and other places where others get to just bring in things duty free. Me not sure how them man are gonna work out that day. I wanna believe the free places gonna stay duty free places. But I also think this got to do with the VAT days, you know. The man I said they don't like the VAT days. The man I said the VAT days are hurting. So maybe they should think about eliminating the VAT days. So if I see all of a sudden the VAT days stop, that's the IMF.
I don't think the VAT days them hurting.
They
Because
feel
because
they,
because
they feel
I
like it
mean
is
I
they
get what
feel.
they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I get what they're saying, but VAT days I feel like is an opportunity. If somebody customer buy one car, they buy two. Because at the end of the day, the company know what they get it for, you know, so they know how much they could afford to let it off for at the end of the day.
I always remember the context is that they must say the CBI money I got done.
Well, something got to done. When the CBI done, I'll be going in the social security one too.
All they talk about social security too. They say they need a more detail. They say the public actually should ask for a more detailed capital investment budget document for statutory corporations as well. This is basically Nevlec. What projects are you do this year? How much them cost? Same thing with the government and more detail so that we could see exactly what is taking place. Improve feasibility studies. Feasibility studies saying, does this project make sense in this location at this time? Is it what impact it going upon the environment? What money it gonna bring in? So they must say the feasibility study is kind of shaky right now. I know. I think Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge had asked something about a feasibility study, and I have not seen any information on any feasibility study. I wanna then I gotta hand by your social security money, but they're laying that within the next 20 years it might done. Unless something is done to alleviate what is taking place down there. It's not going well. They say we also need improved classification on capital projects and more data to ascertain how successful the project was. So, for example, we would know. Well, the show wouldn't have to correct the premiere about how much money has been spent on the hospital, for example, because the money would be up to par all the time, even when they hack. We will still be there to let them know. No, no, no. This is how the figure why be I had there. So yeah, and as I say, you can see how successful something is. When I'm asking about the Mondo Chap, because the Mondo Chap
Yeah.
is one of the least successful ventures that the premier has endeavored upon. Just in terms of how much it don't cost so far, how much it costs to maintain, and the fact that you ain't making no money overall from it, ain't a winner at this particular moment in time. And while I depend on the Mondo Chap, let me just say something because, but then again, we're gonna reach that later. They said that we should enshrine fiscally prudent rules into law, along with narrow escape clauses, which would provide a solid foundation and improve the transparency of our fiscal policy. And my God, I hope Mr. Brantley need that. I will need something like that that will say, yo, this is how much money you could spend, and this when you could go over, you got to be this emergency, you got to be this, that, you got to realize that you got a surplus or something like that. So I feel like them kind of things they will be better. Um, the premier loves transparency too. He's supposed to like that. They say they want the majority of the money in development bank to be taken out and invested outside of the country. I mean, I see nothing wrong with that. I feel like that's a smart move. And by the way, that thing saying that there's not gonna be any money for people to borrow or anything like that. It's just a diversification play. It's like how now we got geothermal and they doesn't invest in oil. So if something go wrong with geothermal, they got their oil money still. You go, they look at investment in terms of energy. So them just invested in energy and can't lose.
Netflix stock.
In
Me
development bank,
want, me want buy a Netflix stock.
me too. Go up on Netflix.com and find out. He's supposed to. Supposed to.
A local stock.
They could put it on. You got the Eastern Caribbean stock exchange. They could put it on that. Really and Julie. if the premier knows that like local people could buy like shares or something like that, that would be a big move. Car one of the things where me I said though, if them man need 400 million, if you got people running out or willing to put in couple dollars or got a couple shares, I feel like that's a good vibe, you know? I don't feel like I should be Saudis. Even if I could knock off the 13, me I say 13, the 33. But 33 million and not a million. Well, maybe I could knock off something, you know? So that somebody one other thing. I don't know. It says that more fiscal discipline is required from the local government, the NIA, which should ideally be enshrined in law. So them man saying that the premier is getting so out of control that I need to write in like, yo, get some kind of control right now over news there. And I also wanted to say something. The premier, I gotta congratulate him. He has given us, I think, 2 surplus budgets. So I just want to make sure that Patches understand you can't say that the premier never gave no surplus budget because he not only gave us 1, he gave us 2 of them. And never mind that the debt still went up over 50 million in them years that when we had a surplus. The point is, we had a surplus. The debt just had a little surplus too. But life is like that sometimes. Social Security requires urgent and decisive action. Without reform, the funds it holds will be depleted within the next 2 decades. This would be preceded by a large accumulation of debt in the following decades. So it made me feel good that I had a whole show and I tell you about how Social Security and that thing and the money down there. And the fertilizer so now too is a very, very serious thing. What in particular young people need to be aware of. They keep on take all the money and a build road. And I used to tell me, boy, that's fine. A road we're not gonna make no money, we're gonna want patching up, but they still gonna take the time to patch up. You tell me that's fine. Not a toll road, man. Not a road for Nevis to sink it. Why are you gonna prefer? So you reach in a situation now where, as I say, decisive and urgent.
Build more roads.
Wow. They say geothermal needs the following in order to be harnessed at its peak potential. Jason, when they say the following things, I don't want the premier to be in control of geothermal. But okay. Hear what they say. You need a comprehensive strategy. Mondo Chak and the hospital don't make me inspired about a comprehensive strategy. So I don't kind of done it.
Well, if you go put Papa control the gas to stop you and people from thieving gas. Ain't nothing if you put Carla up or manage the geothermal.
A determination of the best mix of energy. So, for example, because they also say we need to go into solar energy. So they're saying that we need to determine how much geothermal energy is the right amount of geothermal energy. Because we still
Me want a
ain't
gas
just
report.
saying using oil and other things, but we're gonna go work
Alan,
with the ideal numbers.
Alan, I want a gas report. Don't me mind the pan right now.
But I got to tell you about that. Upgrading and connecting the they say upgrading and connecting the power grid of St. Kitts and Nevis. That gonna cost between 130 and 155 million EC dollars. That connecting of the grids there. That's what that gonna cost. I do not have confidence, as I say, and that there is a whole nother execution thing there again. That there definitely is part of the 30-year plan. And the last one is increasing the resilience of the grid to natural disaster. I feel like the Premier could do that one day. I'm backing him with that one day. All the rest of them, I do not want him now close. Comprehensive strategy and all that kind of thing there? No. Pan a building project. If this was a speech, if this was the I have a dream speech, we could nominate the Premier to get the speech. I'm backing him. But a comprehensive strategy on geothermal energy? No. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Young Jason? Me need to about based on the evidence from the scene.
Well, you based on everything based off a track record, right? So let the records reflect.
Okay, back to Nevis now. This is the premier press conference. But couple things when me hear about the water story. Oh no, this not even press conference yet. This still IMF. IMF said that the government has been undercharging us for water and electricity, and the price needs to reflect the market. So as I telling you, the adjustment is going up. The subsidies, all the subsidizing is gonna be cut, and hopefully that money is gonna be used for something better. They say they advise that the increase of the minimum wage be looked at, and they say 16% of the people depend on minimum wage. 1 out of every 6 people depend on minimum wage in the country. That's a high percent. That's a high percent to
No.
you? Okay. They say the banks should address long-standing, non-performing loans. I feel like them been talk about Christopher Harbour. They been a shoot after Dougie with that one day. Christopher Harbour and them thing they were just there and nothing to do. How come the IMF say our salary should match? Can't say. But when you look like them, I say, are you good? Them man say the salary, where the overall wage bill need to cut, but it sound like them man say the salary is good. Is the highest in the OECS? You know, I don't know. Me say I don't know. I don't know. Is the highest in the OECS?
Them a look at the fact that them a see party every minute pan a be post.
Okay, I feel like I'm done with the IMF now. Jason, you been see the smart house on them? You know, Singers? You hear about the smart house story?
Yeah.
A Trinidadian company is supposed to be building smart houses. Okay. More resilient to weather and all that kind of thing there.
More?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What you need to know about weather?
This is my question. That is one of my questions.
Trinidad is basically
Definitely.
like a rainforest.
Definitely they can't tell me nothing about no storm. I don't want to hear anything that they have to say with regards to storm. I don't know the earthquake history, so I
We
can't
more
say yeah,
we
yeah,
build
yeah, and
we build we in the Leeward Islands go straight up to at least Jamaica. We build more the stronger houses them than what in the south.
um, me bring it up because me don't really know what wrong with all the horses. I feel like the houses could be more digitized. I feel like we could be more creative in certain areas when I got, and I feel like everything got to be concrete. Sometimes we could use
I don't feel
the
I
American
don't feel like they
style
don't need to,
inside.
I don't feel like they been need to bring anybody from Trinidad in the first place.
Yeah, that was my thing. I feel like we already got the basic skills. I feel like we need to tweak what we are already doing, and we could get the it don't a smart house in the Nevis without Trinidad people coming. Like house was start up
Exactly.
and you up on the plane and all and kind of thing there.
I
We could
remember
interact
Andy
with.
Leber did start up this with the house them with the studs them too.
Yeah,
Those are smart houses.
yeah. So I mean, really, I don't feel like the smart houses. I feel like the smart house is going up though. Definitely, Tanya. You better believe it. Um, Swimming in Nevis. Yeah, them man about the swimmers. Saudi Arabia. Boy, no, I ran a day, you know. Cause me had a video. The premier been get update on the hospital. So it's
They said there's no update.
no. He said no. I was saying that there's an update on the hospital.
What's the update?
Ira got the video when Ira is there. We will get the video and the update. Okay. So this is the next thing why be confused me, Jason. The premier is saying that on the contrary, not only luncheon today, not going to luncheon today. You know it, no way.
Who had
The premier
luncheon?
said, I don't know. She would have to say who had the luncheon. Um, the premier said that the hospital, the services in the hospital, right, have not been affected, even though the new wing is not complete. As a matter of fact, services have increased in the hospital, even though that ain't not finished. Them man still putting more things in there. Them man got more nurses. Them man got more technology. All of them things they in the hospital still
But
as it
but
is.
that basically showing that he going forward and still behind. So you're going forward and left in things behind.
Oh yeah, Chamber of Commerce today. No, Tanya, I couldn't afford the $135 lunch. I'll be going to talk about the Chamber of Commerce after this. Yeah. $135 lunch, boy. Okay, if things better and you ain't got a new wing, what's the purpose of the new wing? Things don't suddenly still get better again. We gonna get better and better when the new wing comes still. Because
Are you
I
basically
understand
wasting money?
I, I understand what the premier trying to say, you know. We cause I hear right? We got more technology down there and all them things there. But I still want to believe that a lot of these things where we get was in mind that this hospital would have done been done, you know? I don't feel like the CT
Thank you.
scan they really come with the intention of being installed in a container. I feel like the CT scan they was supposed to go in the new building, but it's just that them man couldn't wait no longer. Them man say like, yo, what going on? How long you feel like this thing gonna just in a storage and hospital not done?
You know
So
much, and you know much,
them man just end up decide, there we go.
and you know much civil servant are way to buy the container and get them for free.
But yeah, well been one container last Christmas and I couldn't get one boy. Um the luncheon today. First I was hating on the luncheon, but as soon listen, anytime me figure out that something depend like a little kind of gangster level, me does all time get a little forgiveness in my heart and be like, you know what happened? I respect them. I respect them. Cause I was there and I was like, how the premier going to a meeting to a lunch and going to talk about the hospital and the airport and Nevis. I'm gonna charge $135. And then Jason by hit me, you know? The man ain't gonna say the same thing maybe he always does say. So me ain't gonna pay $135 for. We go hear the same thing over and over. $135? Boy, no. Not even $5. Me coulda listen on the map and hear everything maybe he said to the body hospital. Both the airport and both Nevis. Pan on the map and eat where be me want home and not spend $135. You know how much sushi me gonna get $135, boy?
Well, in a pump on NTV, that's the whole point.
Oh, it was a private audience. Well, no, me not need all of that. Me not need all the ambience. Me been good. But as I said, at first I was hating, but then I said, man, I hope out the pack. Me ain't gonna pay no $135 so here will be. The only way I would vex is if he laying on information that he ain't telling the general public over there for money. If that's the motive, I gonna be back to hating. But if he went out there go say what he always do say, but he just says $135, but I got to respect that there. I got to respect that. That's a move. Back in your chamber, come on.
Well, 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 well.
Jason Winnie is back. You could go to Winnie
Okay,
on the weekends from March the 15th, they say.
okay.
Love it. So love it. If the CT scan got to be in first, then you continue the rest of the building. How the man get them in the container? I want you to explain that to me. Talk to me about that. Cause another man no put the CT scan and then put the container on them. So just tell me how them man get them inside there. And pictures are mostly government department heads and a few from the private sector. So like government pay to hear man talk. Lie? No man, I don't believe that. But I will see like go see a couple of the pictures and see what going on. Who had the 135? But I don't see why I should pay 135 a year or why I don't know. Mango Fest and Restaurant Week in a Culturama. You realize? on the calendar.
Yeah.
When you gonna keep coming to the country after culture Ramadan? Nevis people still want to say man? Is a question. I don't know.
When the airports are sell gas.
The sides go around it. Hmm. So that means they might have to ship. That means they might have to ship the CT scan down there with the container. Okay. Okay. Um. Um. Even though me not really like who got SM no more. Well, from a shopping perspective, cause SM it's still good to go SM. Still, it's still good to wake up in SM. You still get vibes in a SM, but from the shopping part, me just know I no close one. I say man, that's how. And you go different places fancy man too. So it's vibes, but them man got good price right now too. Yeah, boy. And I tell no lie. If things was in a different kind of way, I might have reached on the so much. More pandy up money, boy. I be should name that share your money up really and truly, They're saying now if you want to use the government pharmacy, you go have a prescription from the government. Outside of that, you go to the private pharmacy. I went by a private pharmacy last year, right? When my ear been home, right? And when I go buy the thing, Pana telling me, buy a show, you want to do this? Say, but I ain't paying no. So I feel like I don't do what I gotta do. He said, buy a show, you want to do this, you want to wait to go by the pharmacy tomorrow. And my thing was from the government too, from the hospital. But $90 or something, that man charge me, when I reach by the pharmacy, it's 20 something dollars for the job. By the pharmacy. So I letting people know if you do not have a prescription from the pharmacy, from the government, from the government, from what's because they say you go get the stamp too. If you ain't got an Alexandria hospital, make sure you got private money too, boy, for them prescriptions. Also in the hospital, they say they're gonna increase the price per bed per night. I think they right now they say it's $20. They say it's $20, but they charge me 300. And I really know how that part they go. I'm not sleeping there. But if a 20 and they charge me 300, if them man charge to start to charge 75, y'all look out. But the price is going up on that. Mm. You hear this thing about Antigua Pasala, where the parents could go jail for the child. But like
Yeah.
basically if you're helping the child though. Cause basically the man ain't saying is like it's not if the child do anything. But if you influencing the child to do this thing, if you making it a reality or hiding it up for the child apparently, then you go to jail. What do you think about that?
I mean, you keep up the fuckery well. You send you in as well too.
Okay. So it ain't a bad thing.
No.
It might keep couple more people responsible.
Do the right thing.
My only confusion is this too, eh? Every now and again, the premier got a speech when he said, "Bye, parents. Bye, I are failing." You know, I, I does see people doing these things. I a child, and I just letting up on a beat. So many really been understand about. Cause he against it, eh? He said he feel like it would be illegal, unconstitutional to send somebody else jail for what somebody else do. It's either that he don't really understand the
You don't
fullness
really
of the concept.
understand what it's like me kill somebody after me come home and people look at me and you hide me. Me no yeah, me no yeah, me no yeah.
I think in the particular scenario is the parents been buy the gun or something for the child or something like that. So they actively put them in the position. If you hide them, you know. Basically. If you're back, you could play the video, you know.
Oh yeah, burn me boy.
You could play you could play the video with regards to the update on the hospital. Whenever. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Guys, if you're watching the show, share the show. Tag a friend, tag a politician. And if you're running relays and a lot of heats for sports, I mean congrats to you. Yeah, I see JD Kane's running and all that type of stuff there.
Alright, JD, wasn't that the Masharama though? And Spencer was there. You got to be smart though. Politics is all the time.
We don't have the capacity. We don't have the.
Yeah, I realized very early that is the wrong video. Yeah, we don't have the capacity. Mondo chop.
Capacity to accommodate the infrastructure.
Yeah,
We don't have the capacity. We don't have.
Yeah, I'm tripping right now. The premier was asked. I hope you've been given an award for best media personality. You
That
been given an
all
award for best
increases that were
media
given
personality.
to public servants in.
You been given one? Who you give? Who you give?
I hear something is
Are you give the best journalist?
Go back and
No,
check
I
them.
talking. Oh man, so anyway, if you ain't give Miss Thompson from Van Radio best journalist, I ain't going back. I ain't checking none. But she
EK,
asks,
EK get best journalist.
Ike over
Yeah,
she?
yeah.
Bah. You only want to keep up relationships and
No,
shit, man.
no, I lie.
You
No,
only
I
want
lie,
to
I
keep up
lie.
relationships.
No, I give EK radio personal.
No, well, I telling you, Miss Thompson is the best journalist, and she's the one what when she reached on the mic, yeah, she got the question then. She asked the premier if when the Mondo track is complete, if we will be looking to host events regionally or even internationally. The premier responded and said, well, we local. You check it out, we local. This is the question is about regional and international or no? The answer is we local. Um, he went on to make it worse by saying by the end of this term, he's gonna make sure that there is a stadium. And when the stadium is there, that is gonna attract the athletes. Mr. Premier, just listen to me that one time, yeah. Me don't give up on the stadium. Let them go out there in the sun in them ass. Focus on the amenities for the athletes. Make sure you can gym out there. Make sure them man got some kind of common room where they can feel good in, and make sure you got some place where you got some computer to hook up. Make sure you got some kind of conference room out there. Put in amenities in the flood them out. Let the athletes and the officials feel good. And then when you don't do that, get around to the full-fledged stadium and all them things there. If you are going to these games and the athletes and the events for you want, the amenities, I want to do it first, and then get around to the next part there. But yeah, I stand up in a sun. That's my perspective. Me there foreigner stand up in a sun. I definitely could stand up in a sun in the English. Okay, fine. $1 million to repair knee pack, Jason.
Repair?
Yeah. What, missing something wrong, no?
What needs to be done?
$400,000 on the roof. $600,000 on the electrical and the air conditioning. $1 million. Just to get it back to where it need to be. And then on top of that, you're gonna have to do maintenance. We'll make sure that things things govern.
What they gonna do? Break down the roof and build it back or cap it?
I am unsure about what specifically is gonna take place. $400,000 sound like you can break down and build up? Or sound like you can keep to you?
It's not like you gonna break down and build back.
Um, and in to say is the whole roof and so because you got the courtyard part.
Thank you.
I suppose. I suppose it's possible that that is what they're gonna do, but $1 million and NEPAC is gonna be back. So by the next CCM convention, we ain't gonna have to see nobody down a NEPAC like us. So I say, oh my God, oh, and people gonna be able to sing and all that kind of thing when the song and then come on. The performers and them gonna be in a better position, speeding and be a sweat.
The video ready.
Go ahead.
You'll laugh, but
The geothermal project, I want to say that my update is I do not have an update.
Okay.
before you go on, you got me a look on hospital video.
Oh, that's my problem. Yeah. I should be. I should be.
That's the problem. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the geothermal update. Um, the update is that there is no update. $17 million is not $150 million. As I would have said, he took the Americans up there, and the Americans said, "No, we'll give you some money for Fort Charles instead. We prefer to give you money for Batch Street. We let you do all of them things there, but we are now with the Saudis, who I think they would have sent us the desalination plant, and the premier is working his magic now to see how much they could give him towards the geothermal plant. But that's the move right now. The move is there, is no move. Um, we were promised, and I've been a defend my premier last month, but I guess I'm what in my ass. I think that we were told that there would be work done in the complex, in the village as early as last month. I could lie, 0% of work has been done in the complex and in the village. I was reminded by the person who I was talking to that if me not remember last year, before the opening, that they paved the road the same day at the opening, the same night when the opening going on, that them paved the road. So as I said, if I'm looking for a strategic plan from a premier, nah, then kind of things that I feel like I don't get. Target and put down the night of the first, all them things there, you see what I mean? I had high hopes that them man was gonna get it together this year, but it seemed like we're gonna still fall back on the same trend, cause sports are going. And I like how me thought them been gonna get rid of the Inter Premier even earlier. Sports gonna be a go until all down in April. So I would assume that the new date for anything going on in the complex gonna be from April time. Covered bleachers for the 50th of the VIPs will be covered, if it's that you mean, Delicious. Certainly the VIPs will be covered. As I talk about the VIP, um I don't want Nevis turning into a segregation kind of thing. And in order for us not to be a segregation kind of thing, I feel like it is important when we are doing a development, we got more than one VIP. If even the politicians and them want to be in the best VIP or whatever, but there should be VIPs, and it should get non-boops in VIP. Jason should get opportunity like anybody else to say, yo, I want me VIP booth and me gonna get me people and them up there where me want. I gonna pay whatever is the dollar amount, and I make sure that me thing good. And you work out catering or wherever it is going in there, whether you want your own thing, whether they're gonna do their thing, however you go. But I feel like you need to get multiple VIPs. We need to done this one VIP story. I never gonna see no one VIP, no one section in our club. Multiple sections, multiple VIPs. How all the VIP and them only gonna be politician? Our politician friend. Jason, how me sound?
You sound good.
And it's good business. All these
And
world class facilities got VIP suites, man. I see it.
and and next thing I want to talk about to Alan is, let me first of all say congrats to the team Nevis for winning the debate.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and Nevis got the most trophy now.
Okay.
12.
And and you show you like imagine the youths them a show example that they could win a debate and like they're looking for somebody to even motivate them in some capacity actually, you know what I mean? Like like the politicians them of today, you know what I mean? They're not even having a debate themselves. But the youths them now I do it after we look now. After they did debate for that one, then that's it, you know. After that debate, that's it. You know what I mean? They ain't got no future debates coming up in terms of in real life.
No man, the
So
premier
some
is about the premier about to start a mounting competition. What good you say? You gonna do it? Yeah, the Mark Brantley moot and everything fit in, you know. What Mark Brantley best thing be? He speaks well. He need to do a mooting competition. He could do a mooting and domino competition. You know, mix up the two of them. And people bang them out and people play domino. Do the thing. Let's see. Let's see. But okay, this is a stupid thing, you know. You ever notice that when the premiere, he ever says something where he feel like this is like a revelation. This is something where the public don't know. You ever realize that when he says something in front of that mic in public, he said, "I'm gonna say this here. I'm gonna say it in public." Like I said, Abby can't see he. And Abby don't know like he scheduled a press conference. Abby know he got a mic there. No? How come he don't got lab know that he in public? What me a miss? He reverse back. He got some GT in him. Reverse back's gone.
don't worry. I'll go carry you need to do carry the premium down by actor gonna play the slot machine so you could win some money and build the house finish the hospital.
But the man start to say how they got a team together and all that kind of thing. Okay. Okay. Could get down here and then I'll be go sleep. The premier was asked with regards to the viability of the airport. Cause the question I like it been passing up to. Pan was saying if you build an airport, then you gotta have a certain amount of traffic. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to sustain the airport. How long is it true? People stand when the premiers enters a room. Huh? I have not been anywhere where when that occurred. Oh yeah. So the premier was asked about like you will got a certain amount of traffic to sustain the airport. So he was asked if he feel like we need any more hotels and name brand thing, you know what I mean? So that people could say, well, yeah, I'm gonna come near this and I'm gonna stay at the Hilton, blah blah blah, whatever. You remember last year, from Clear and Show, Mr. Mark Brantley, Mr. Mark the Shape of Water Brantley, when Cleon asked him if you need new hotel, Mark said, "Why we ain't need a new hotel. We just need to fill the beds what we got. We can't even fill the beds what we got. We just need to fill. We need to focus on filling the beds we have." Do you know the premier get the question? A year and a pass yet since he been on Cleon show, you know? This man get the question, the man say, yeah, but I feel like we need about two name brand properties. Two name brand properties will do it for us, you know?
But Alan, you get the premier anyone, you gotta left the dumb. Why me going to speak on such hype on that platform for? I make a me own platform to create my own hype.
Um,
Keep the dumb dumb.
well, that is one way to look at it, right? I just appreciate the ability of the man to talk or to say anymore. And I like it too because man, I got to pay attention to so much of what the people are saying. That as soon as something change, it does click in and me and I got to be like, me here, why me here? You just tell me
Hey,
last year, just fill the beds. Now you tell me we don't need a big name. Now you tell me we want to name brand.
but you see how the situation end up turn now, where he come to us saying, who no pay liar, pay doctor. So now you're the liar, now got to pay doctor.
But I swear I see people sitting and stood up at the press conference when he entered. Well, I didn't see that part of the press conference there. Me not even see weekly at this press conference. Me feel goodbye. So when me tune in is straight from the premiere.
Weekly probably stressed out, man.
No man,
You know, see all them
no,
selfie they want to take nowadays.
no man. Last time I see the G, I don't know if that was his grandchild, but I see him with a young child and like man happy man. Most is well with the world with the guy. See Tanya asks you why.
So Tanya, now see the selfie?
Oh, the same one that you sent us?
Yes.
I don't know what the purpose of that was, but
Face all greasy.
mm,
It like him in a calm. It like him in a caramelize. Anyway, I saw it go. That's it, Alan.
I'm looking to see if I have anything else. Bye. The last thing I'm gonna do, but I got to big up Corvin. Corvin got some business there. He like y'all have another option for when it comes to shipping. Regal Logistics. Um, yeah, you got people that's got that boxes and thing in Miami and in Florida. So there's an option there for y'all. Y'all could look into to it and see what gain and I believe you got Facebook links. I've seen pictures of the work. So I go see what going on. But delicious. I remember when he suggested it to you, and it is only one person from since that time I heard defend it. Everybody else was saying that you got to earn them kind of rankings there, but one person, you know, you feel like that's what you need to do for the print. But Jason, I feel like I had one more thing, but I slip out of my mind. You named the show like so. You know, I, I want to say something. No, me not see Slama lately. I want to say something about
Last
I want to say something about the Netflix situation. Oh, two things. Um, the premiere and I even hear Webo like they were talking and they were saying, people are complaining about the electricity, if the electricity go off or however, they got noise on like this, that. Um, I feel like people want communication number one. So it's not to say I've been a like to be, but just laughing when I agree with it. And then a scenario like last night, I literally text Jason who tell he that current gone off, and within the same text, I don't even get to blink me. Current went off, come back on, and then he still went off and come back on again.
But
These
within the
are the
same
little
text, may I tell you, within the same text, may I tell you, how come electricity go off by the airport?
well, me not been over there, but me been tell you about my experience. So, um, like I you know be so dramatic, man. People want to know what going on. If electricity went off 4 times in the space of an hour, I got the right to ask, yo, what going on there with that there? But for the most part, them man deal with that be good. For my part. And then the next thing, China compare Nevis with like, um, don't tell me well in Haiti. They not got electricity. In Haiti, them man kill politicians and all that kind of thing there. So Labi no complain about Labi no compare all the thing. In the Nevis, we need lights, we need water. In general, I feel like them man doing a good service. I feel like water department is in trouble shortly. But never like doing the thing. So, menacing and the last thing I want is like the same two individuals again, they are shocked by Nevis people ability to complain. And in Western societies, we will must say something is worse than it is, and that there is more we were being humble. If you meet an American man, them man ain't got a problem. Will tell you, yeah, these are the problems in America. Rare this.
Well, bro,
That's how our culture is.
well, which part I live right now ain't got no water since last week, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So literally, I got they provide a couple water tanks in the area. I got to go there and head buckets. And
Wow.
the person, when I tell people I'm bathing with a bucket, hear them, how you do it? Come in, they never do it, so they never had the experience. They take water, spray bottle, and wipe.
Yeah,
Like no,
yeah,
no, me going in the bathroom with the bucket of water and me pour them over me.
yeah. Yo, that is sick in a winter, boy. I feel like I'll be water department ain't a problem, but that gonna be later. Me not gonna face them problem there.
So
And
with with
this
that situation, with that situation, they give you tickets also to go to. They give you the option to go to like these pools and one got showers and so
hmm
like recreation pool and so. When the water off because the pipe them freeze because the place was so cold, the pipe freeze and crack on the ground. Yeah, so they give you tickets and so on, whatever. But I know for sure if it was more in a like for instance, if it been more in a expensive area, upscale area, they would have had to give them people hotel room and all that type of stuff there.
um Canadian people are understanding of the situation.
Nope.
They will still complain, right? I want to
What?
know when it gonna get fixed. Okay.
Bro,
Well,
them thing you don't reach for news, you know?
okay. Well, this is my overall thing, and this is what I need because, like, as I said, I just hear people and they want to understand how come people don't complain. How come it does be we in the West we deal with Western culture. This is how we be. We talk with things and we don't mind. Whereas when you deal with Asian culture. Spoke to a Chinese lady. They ain't gonna say nothing bad about the place. Cause they gonna look at it as now them ashame them society just by saying something wrong. Oh, every one of them got strength and weaknesses, you know. One of our strengths is when we see something going wrong, at least we're gonna be able to talk. In a them society, they will sweep certain things under the rug too. Because they can't necessarily talk about that what going on. Each of them got their problems, but me just say
But
it's a different mindset to how you deal with things.
yeah, yeah, but the situation is not just the water, you know. Remember, you don't have no water and the place cold, bro.
I feel you. What
You
you
ain't got no
focus
water and
on
the
the
place
water,
cold.
right? Me talk about the mentality of the complaining, you know. So me not really so
Yeah,
depend the water, but I see what you're saying.
yeah. But for me, like sometimes me not even gonna tell me boil the water, but me just take the cold water that jump on top of me and just suck it in. Yee, yee. And then like they watch me like, "Boy, you crazy?" Be like, yo,
Yeah,
I come from a place. Me not gonna tell me boil the water, you know.
but Miss Davis, I would point you towards Japan, who is a democracy. I would point you towards Singapore. Singapore a democracy? Um, I could point you towards other places in Asia where that's how they roll with regards to the thing. So they ain't gonna call down the thing. They're gonna look at it like the shame in the culture. Whereas us, I'll be gonna watch the thing like we want better for we culture. So if I got to, you're gonna get more reality in my estimation if you're talking to somebody from the West. You're gonna get a fuller picture of what's taking place. It might be exaggerated, but I'm gonna learn what's going on. Are we free? Well, it's not just the freedom, as I say, the culture, man. I be deal with guilt, China deal with shame. Different emotions, you know? Guiltiness, them a try get on you. That's why the collection plate got to be full next week Sunday. Guiltiness. Whereas China, deal with shame.
Guiltiness, arrest by my conscience. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Anyway, man, let's say good night to each and everybody who've been here. You know what I mean? And stay warm wherever you are. I'm gonna stay warm for sure. So you guys do the right thing. It's the topics. Alan, what you got to say?
All I got to say is the blue horse where everybody talk about. The blue horse is not on the hill. The blue horse is next to the ticket booth. Good night, everybody. But you go ahead, me don't say.
It was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else chose you instead.